Alright, hey, Hayes Mega here, and welcome to another Hayes Mega Sur Ron video. It's a show and tell on the Billfaro ignition mount cover for a Sur Ron Lightbee, alright? Sur Ron Lightbee MX, X, Segway X260, and Segway X260. I'd imagine they would fit those just fine, okay? So here it is, it's $30. You can get it 30 bucks from Amazon, and we're gonna go install it. It's super easy. It's a dress-up part for your Sur Ron, alright? It is made out of CNC aluminum. I believe they have them in 3 colors because the weird thing is it says there's a black one, but there's a color of a blue one. Okay, so I think they have them in red, blue, and black, okay? I've got the red one, alright? Hayes Mega's trying to put some more red on my bike because it's the racing color, racing red, right? So, trying to add more red to my bike, alright? Let's go ahead and check it out. We'll take a closer look at it, and then we'll go ahead and install it. It shouldn't take very long to install at all. It should take like 10 minutes. All right. Basically, you gotta take the old cover off, take the ignition switch out and the USB charger out, and switch them to the new plate, and then stick them back in. All right. So shouldn't take more than like 10-15 minutes or something. Okay. All right. Let's check it out. Okay, here it is. This is the part in question. It says CT161 on the top, and there's no other kind of markings. There's a kind of barcode down here, alright, and that's it. Okay, you can get this at the Billfaro store on Amazon for $30. Alright, I'll put a link in the description of the video where you can get it. It comes with 2 new bolts, alright. You could probably use your existing ones, and there's the part itself. Alright, let's take it out of the packaging. So this is CNC aluminum, guys. It's super duper strong, okay? What CNC is when they take a solid block of aluminum and they mill it, alright? They cut pieces out of it instead of adding to it, type of thing, okay? Very nice. It's kind of got some texturing here. It kind of looks like a carbon fiber sort of. Yeah, it's got a texture to it, okay? And then there's a flat part right here. Maybe that's for water to run down it. I don't know. These are the holes for where the bolts mount. This is the ignition switch hole, and this is the USB charger hole. Okay, there's the back of it. The back is just smooth. There's not a whole lot of tooling marks on it and then stuff. Very nice. Cool. I like it. Let's go install it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and install it. Alright, so here's the top part of the Sur Ron. What you might want to do is open the battery lid a little bit. Alright, it helps. Alright, we'll just open that beforehand. And then you're going to need a 4mm Allen wrench of some sort. Right there. We're going to unbolt these 2 bolts here. Hayes Mega has done this like a gazillion times, so. Okay, both bolts are out. Now you're just going to want to pull your cover up. Yours may be a little bit different. Mine has like a bunch of extra wires and stuff in it. Okay, just put it back the way you found it, alright? So you're going to lift the ignition mounting plate up like this and pull up. Alright, might help if you move that a little bit, okay? Okay, and then just take note of all the wires in here. Alright, man, I got a lot of wires hanging out everywhere. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to move these 2 to the other one. Alright, so I have an aftermarket one. I can't remember how the original one was, but there's a little ring here that you unscrew, right, for the USB. Ugh. Okay. Just take the ring off, unscrew it all the way. Alright, you're going to have to disconnect it also. So make sure when you put these back, just remember where you put where you had these, okay? Yeah, just remember where just remember where it goes, all right? Oh. Wow. Okay, as you can see, I had a hard time getting the positive one out. There you go. You're gonna slide your USB charger out. And I'm gonna go unhook the ignition switch. Okay, and then to take the ignition switch out, you've got to squeeze these tabs here. All right, there's these tabs on the left and the right here. All right, squeeze it, and it should go out from the front. Okay, out it goes. Pull the wire out the front. Okay, and then there's your old plate. Just kind of remember where everything is orientated. All right, and just put it back the way you took it out. So I think the off position is supposed to be on the top. This isn't the stock ignition, by the way, guys. Okay, you want to press that in. Okay, looks good. Now we're going to put the USB charger in. Oh, okay, I've got to modify it. I forgot. Okay, so this is an aftermarket USB charger, alright, as it has a quick charge USB thing on it, and my other one was like kind of going bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind this. It's keyed here. If you have the stock Sur Ron charger, it should just go right in, alright? Just make sure you line up the lines, alright? But this one has to go this way. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to grind this so this goes in here, okay? So you won't have, if you have the stock charger, you won't have to do that, okay? All right, ta-da, 10 minutes later, there we go. So there it is, I got it on there. So yeah, basically I just took a die grinder. All right. Since it's aluminum, it's a little bit tougher to grind than the plastic, man. I'll tell you that, man. All right, and then you just slip it in there. Okay. So mine, I have to make sure I orientate it the right way. All right, yours will be keyed. All right, it's just gonna go like that, actually. Okay. Go ahead and put the ring back on. Okay. I just have to grind. I didn't even have to really grind it all that much. Okay. Okay. Just make sure it's tight. I'm just gonna do it as tight as I can by hand. Okay, I think that should be sufficient. Now let's go put it back in. So first thing I'm going to put is the ignition switch. Okay, yeah, you can't get it wrong. All right, there's only one way to do it. Okay. Okay, I want to make sure I put my negative back on. Let's put the positive first. Okay, I'm going to put our positive back in. Okay, put the negative. All right, and so before you put it back in, I'll just make sure it starts up fine. I'll just pop back out. Pop that back. Okay. Okay. Seems to be fine. Bike starts up. All right, and then just go ahead and put it back in. Okay, I'm gonna go take our new screws. All right, you could probably use the old ones if you want to also. Screw it in. So it's really strong. You can really go to town with it on the bolts. All right, but you're screwing onto aluminum, so don't screw it in too hard. Okay. And also make sure there's nothing caught underneath here. All right, so any kind of wiring. Okay, and that looks like it. All right, so just make sure your lid opens just fine. All right. Good. Okay, ta-da! There it is. Sure is bling bling. Alright. One thing I would like to add is that, yeah, the gap here for the wires to come in is a lot bigger now, alright? Which is, I guess it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing because water could get in there, alright? So just hope your wires don't get wet. Okay? So here's the USB port. You still have access to it. Alright. There's a big gap right here, all right, that I don't remember there being with the other one. But for the most part, fits pretty good. All right, let's go fire it up. Got my key here. I think I need to replace my ignition switch soon. There we go. Okay, make sure the bike runs. Okay. USB port works because I can see my voltage right there, all right. I'll have in the description of the video, I'll add, if you want to get a USB charger like this, I'll add it. I'll put a link in the description. Okay. But there you go. All right, so that's the Billfaro ignition mount cover. All right, for Sur Ron Light B and Segway X whatever bikes. Okay. That's you can get it for $30 on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description where you can purchase it. It's pretty easy to install. Like I mentioned, if you have like an aftermarket USB charger, you're gonna have to grind the hole so it'll fit through it, all right? Because this one is totally round. The other one is kind of like keyed a little bit, okay? But there it is. Oh yeah, by the way, it matches the red, the KO motor. It matches the red on the KO motor nicely. It's like perfect. It's a perfect match. It's kind of like a blood red color. I like it.